This one's going to be on PDF fillable forms. So I'm giving you some examples here. Some of the newer ones, it's fine. It'll work with your default, PDF program here. This one's called Evince on your Ubuntu's, and it works fine with the newer ones. So you can fill your forms or whatever, right? So we're doing filling our forms, no problems. And you can actually print it or save it to a file and then email it to your friends or whatever, right? If you want to save it to a PDF, you can do it here and whatever. You can even do a print preview here. So we do a print preview. Maximize this. So this is how it looked like if we print it to either our file or our, with our printer and the paper and all that. And you see that we filled out all the information that we needed. It does work. However, these are the newer formats, so I guess it's like a new standard, and it'll work. But if you ever run into like one of those legacy ones, let me close out of this, and I'll show you an example here. So this is one of those legacy ones where they do have a fillable form, although it doesn't actually save. So let me show you here. So if I fill out this form, you see that it does disappear and all that crap, right? I mean, if you highlight over it, it does show it again, but when you try to print it, so let me see, give you an example. We're just gonna do a print preview, right? So you do a print preview, you see it does not save any of that information, because this one's like an older standard or whatever. So what you want to do is actually install the Adobe Reader. I think it's called ACROREader. ACROREAD in your repositories, and that's what we're gonna use. So just right click and well, it says Adobe Reader 9, so I guess I'll go with that one, Adobe Reader 9 here. And these old ones, they have these I guess modes. They call it PDF-8 mode, although it doesn't let you, by default here, doesn't let you type in anything, even though there is a form here. So if you ever run into this problem, okay, what you gotta do is go to preference, and you gotta go and I guess disable it. So you go to documents here, right? Go to documents and put this to never. Okay, and now you can use the forms. So let's say we type out something here, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Alright. So this one with Adobe, they don't let you save it as a a PDF over it, because they want you to pay for it, and that's not what we're gonna do. We don't pay for that shit. Okay. So what they do allow you to do is save it as a PostScript. So you can actually do that, but you cannot edit it. So after you do all of this, there's no editing. Okay, you can actually save it as a PostScript, but no changes being made afterwards. So that's the drawback. If you want to actually re-edit it, you have to buy their version. So that's that. Anyways, if you want to save it as a PostScript, just go to File here, and then you want to go to Print. And right here in the bottom, they let you, as there's a print to file here, right? And that's what we're gonna do. Check that, and then you go to Browse, and then where do you want to save it to? We're gonna save it to the desktop. They only have PostScript. They don't have PDF or anything. PostScript, if you don't know what it is, it's kind of similar to PDF. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to go over too much of it. So we're gonna call it I don't know. What's today, anyways? We'll call it today, whatever. .ps, and then we'll save it to the desktop. Okay. And now we hit OK. Make sure this one is checked it as print to file. All right. And that's it. We got it done with that. And now here's a file, today.ps here, and you can see that when we filled out all that information, it does show up here, right? This is our information that we filled up. You can't highlight any of the words, so this is kind of like a embedded image, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but there's no editing, there's no changes being made, and this is your final result. So that's what they'll let you do with the free version of the Adobe Reader. So that's how I solved the problem with filling out your forms if you need to, whether it be the newer forms. Newer forms has better standards, and you can use that with your default Linux viewer, Evince. If you have like some legacy forms, you're probably gonna have to install the Adobe Reader, alright, and that's in your repositories also. So I'll put some links or some information in the description for what you need to install. That's it for this one.